The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. One unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. Room to run past midfield. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A carry for Foreman. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
believe they even let you play.
On second down, here's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46. Switch, hey, 47. Check. 26.
Second down, Prescott. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Third and long for Prescott. It'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Space to run past the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Now Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Throwing. Prescott. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
46, 46. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to go down again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. It's Lamar Miller. He's at the 50. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 75 yards. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 1st and 10, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
41's the will. 26. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
46. Go, go, go. Get out there. Get out there. 47.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll run with Miller. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw on second is Watson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now Austin. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
You go 46, 46. You go 46, 46. Go, go, go. Get out there, get out there. You go 46. 41.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
You go 46. 26. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Miller. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Black 99 Philly. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Red. Black 22. Black 22.
Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. It was third and medium. They popped the short pass, looking to pick up the first, accomplish that mission, and then they accomplished a lot more on that mission all the way for the score.
Let me focus in on one word you used, pop, right? They popped the short pass, and then what happened after that? They popped the big run. Because now, once he caught it, didn't have anyone else in the vicinity to bring him down, and he takes off, and he kept going. Nice gutsy call, even better execution.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not in the team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But
and he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And now here come the Cowboys. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. First down, Prescott. Muscling free near the 40. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Gun. Gun, gun, gun. Gun. Gun.
Prescott from the gun. Going up top. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. this one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself...
Now the ball comes loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Watson going deep for Hopkins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Now Watson going for the deep ball. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Get out. Here we go, 46. I'm here all day. Here we go, 46. Here we go, get out. Let's go, get out. Hey, we're going right there. There we go, going to 53. 26.
Final play of the half. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Here you go. Motion, motion, motion. 41.
Prescott looks to throw on first. A dump off to Elliott. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down.
47. Switch.
They'll throw again. Prescott buying time to his left. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Gun. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out. 47. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
47. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out.
Mike 55.
Gun. 26.
Second down, Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Easy work, and it's coming again.
Here we go, 46. Here we go. Wide 80.
55's my guy, 55.
26.
Here's Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
4 down. Tiger. Come back. Tiger. Pick it up. Tiger.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Me. I got him. I got motion man. Me. Tiger.
From the 50, it's Watson. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Reset. Bang, 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 bang. Come back. Richmond. Come back.
On second down, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Tiger.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
41 for Will. Switch and eight. Switch and eight. 26.
On first and 10, Prescott drops it underneath to Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Over here. Start there. Here we go, 46. 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
Gun. 26. 26.
Prescott on first down. And that's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47, 47. Here we go, 46, 46. Gun.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out. Gun. Gun. Here we go, 47.
To throw is Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Good. Here we go, 47. 26.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Swing to the field, right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before when you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay. It's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Foreman, and the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth.
Awesome. Good.
55's my guy, 55.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
46.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47. 47. Here we go, 46. 46. 46.
They'll give to Elliott. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go, 46.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin with a run by Miller. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Tiger. Come back. Come back. Check 48 to Mike. Come back. Tiger.
Here's Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jordan Lewis. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here you go.
Mike, 55. Check 55.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
46. Here we go, 46. Here you go. Here we go, 46. 46. 26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. This will be caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And that pickup will be good for a first down. Give him 10 yards exactly on the quick slant. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
46. Switch and 8. 26.
He's back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Eyes on 10. Eyes on 10. Check, 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 check. Hey, hey, hey.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Back 22.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. One last shot now for Prescott. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the